Somebody sold me something when I was young. Told me sleep was for the weak. Told me the grind never stops. And I bought it, every word of it. Yeah, 17 watching YouTube at midnight. Someone in a suit talking about the 5 a.m. club, the hustle, the pursuit of greatness through sacrifice, through grinding while they sleep, through outworking everyone, through commitments you must keep. Subscribed immediately, set the alarm for 5. Told myself this was the difference between just alive and actually living, actually winning, actually there. In the version of my life where I'd finally get my share. Bought the books, bought the courses, bought the mindset content too. Bought the idea that my worth was in the output I could do. Bought it wholesale, bought it early, built my whole identity around the productivity gospel sold to me for free. On a platform that was making money off my insecurity, off my fear of falling behind, off my desire for purity, of purpose, of discipline, and never wasting time. Didn't ask who wrote the gospel, didn't ask whose it was to sign.
They sold me a dream, sold me a dream, dressed it up in discipline and made it look like self-esteem. Sold me the alarm at 5, sold me the cold shower too. Told me the idea that rest was something lazy people do. Sold me a dream, and I bought it whole, paid for it in sleepless nights, and gave them my 20s, gave them my soul. Didn't ask who was getting rich while I was grinding through the night. Sold me a dream and called it the good life.
The influencer with the Lambo in the drive, where'd that come from? Not from the course he's selling, not from the hustle gospel he spun. From the people buying the course, from the audience paying to learn the secret to the life he's living off the money they earn. Following his advice, it's circular if you look close enough. The product is the dream is the product. That's the stuff that keeps the whole machine running, keeps the content coming through.
Here's how I made $1 million, so the people who never do.
Not because they're lazy, not because they didn't grind enough, but because the math was never honest. The promise was a bluff for most of us. The hustle leads to burnout, leads to broke. Leads the years of treating sleep like weakness, and waking up to smoke and mirrors. Waking up to realize the life they promised you was always just a bait, was always just a revenue model for someone else, someone at the top of the food chain. Selling dreams to people scared of failure, selling hope to pain.
They sold me a dream, sold me a dream, dressed it up in discipline and made it look like self-esteem. Sold me the alarm at 5, sold me the cold shower too. Sold me the idea that rest was something lazy people do. Sold me a dream, and I bought it whole, paid for it in sleepless nights, and gave them my 20s, gave them my soul. Didn't ask who was getting rich while I was grinding through the night. Sold me a dream and called it the good life.
I'm not saying hard work doesn't matter. I'm saying who decides what counts as hard enough? Who set the bar at 5 a.m. on 60-hour weeks? Who decided rest was a personality flaw? Someone who needed you to keep producing. Someone who needed you too tired to ask questions. Someone who needed you to believe the problem was your effort and not the system you were grinding in. Deleted the apps, unsubscribed from the gospel, turned the noise down low.
Started asking different questions,
Started needing less to know.
if I was doing enough. Started wondering enough for who. Started seeing the machine for what it was and what it put me through.
Still unlearning it, still catching myself at 5 a.m. Still got the guilt when I rest,
Still working on that one.
Someone asked me how I was doing the other day. I said, yeah, busy, really busy, loads on. They asked how I was doing, and I told them how busy I was.
Can't remember the last time someone asked how are you, and I answer with something other than what I gotta do. Busy has become my personality, my opening line. Loads on at the moment is how I signal that I'm fine, that I'm valued, that I'm matter, that I'm needed somewhere. That my calendar being full is proof that people care, that I exist in the world in a way that counts for something. Productivity as identity, output is my coming into the room, into the conversation, into the space. Busy as a badge I wear, busy as a saving grace. From the question underneath the busy, from the space between the tasks, from the person I'd have to be if nobody ever asked me to do a single thing. If the calendar went clear, if the meeting stopped, the deadlines dropped, if there was nothing here to structure all the hours with to justify the day, who would I be then? What would I have to say? Productive, productive,
It's all I know how to be.
productive, productive.
It's what I used to prove that I'm free.
From the fear of being nothing, from the terror of the still, from the silence of a Tuesday with no deadline left to fill. Productive, productive.
It's become the only prayer.
I know how to say in the morning, it's become the only care. I take on myself, measure my worth and what I made. Productive, productive. And I don't know who I am when I stop, for goodness sake.
Side hustle on the side of the main hustle, content on the side of that, optimizing every hour, every commute, every gap between the meetings for a podcast, every lunch for a course, every evening for the project, every weekend for the force. Will that's gonna get me to the life I've been sold, the life where all the output finally turns to gold, the life where all the sacrifice of rest and ease and fun will finally be worth it when the thing is finally done. But the thing is never done, there's always a next thing, always another level, always another ring to climb through, always someone ahead on the feed, doing more with less, doing faster, always more than need. And I keep adjusting the ceiling every time I near it, keep moving the goalpost every time I'm almost at it. Keep the carrot just in front, keep the finish line just out, keep producing, keep delivering, keep the faith, keep the doubt. Buried under action, under movement, under speed, under the word productive, and everything feeds in me. The fear that if I stop, I'll find there's nothing there, that the busy was the substance, that without it I'm just there.
Productive, productive.
It's all I know how to be.
Productive, productive.
It's what I used to prove that I'm free.
From the fear of being nothing, from the terror of the still, from the silence of a Tuesday with no deadline left to fill. Productive, productive.
It's become the only prayer.
I know how to say in the morning, it's become the only care. I take up myself, measure my worth and what I made. Productive, productive. And I don't know who I am when I stop, for goodness sake.
What if I stop tomorrow? What if the calendar went clear and I just didn't feel it? What if I sat in the empty Tuesday with nothing to produce? What would be left? What would I find in there?
I don't know the answer. That's the honest truth. I don't know. I've been producing for so long, I've forgotten what I am when I'm not. Still going though, still moving, still got the list for tomorrow. Still haven't answered that question, keep borrowing from sorrow to pay for the productivity, keep the engine running on dead. Haven't found the stillness yet, haven't let myself forget the list long enough to sit with what's beneath it. Not yet, but I know it's there. Opened the app at 11:30 last night. Shouldn't have. Knew I shouldn't have. But I did.
There he is again, the one from uni, startups taking off. New office team photo, everyone looks polished, everyone looks soft and easy in a way I don't feel easy, confident in a way that makes me audit everything I've done and haven't done today.
There she is, the one who was 2 years behind me at the start. Now she's further than I am, now she's playing a different part in a life that looks like the one I drew up in my head. And I'm here at 11:30 scrolling from my bed. Put the phone down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up again. Tell myself I'm just checking in. Tell myself it's not a problem when you know the difference between the life and what they're showing you, but knowing the difference and feeling it are two different residues.
One sits in their head and knows it's curated, knows it's a frame, a single angle on a complicated life that looks the same as the one you wanted, the one you thought you'd have by now. And the other one sits in the gut and doesn't care about the how.
It's a highlight reel. I know that, I know they're not posting the bad days, the doubt, the below average months, the quiet crisis, the 3 a.m. regret. I know that, I know all of that. I haven't forgotten yet. It's a highlight reel, but the highlight reel still lands. Still catches me at 11:30 with the phone in both my hands, comparing my whole story to their best collected scenes. Highlight reel, and I keep watching, and I know what that means.
Yeah, the algorithm knows exactly what to show me and when. Knows I'm most vulnerable at night. Knows I'll scroll again if it puts the right thing in front of me. The right success, the right reminder of the gap between my life and progress. I made the app the last thing and the first thing every day. Gave it the bookends of my consciousness. Gave it to say over how I felt about myself before my feet hit the floor, and right before I close my eyes at night, and then some more in between. In the lunch breaks, in the spaces in between, handed it the narrative of what my life should mean. And it handed back a funhouse mirror, handed back a bent reflection made of other people's highlights, other people's best moments stitched together into something that looks like a life. Looks like the life I should be living. Looks like it's alright for everyone but me, everyone but here, everyone but this Tuesday at 11:30, feeling the fear of falling behind in a race I never agreed to run, in the direction someone else decided, towards a finish never done. Comparing my whole unedited existence to a reel, and forgetting that the real ain't real, but it sure can feel. It's a highlight reel. I know that, I know they're not posting the bad days, the doubt, the below average months, the quiet crisis, the 3 a.m. regret. I know that, I know all of that. I haven't forgotten yet. It's a highlight reel, but the highlight reel still lands. Still catches me at 11:30 with the phone in both my hands, comparing my whole story to their best collected scenes. Highlight reel, and I keep watching, and I know what that means. The maddest part is I know this. I know it while I'm doing it. I know it in real time. Know that the person I'm comparing myself to is also comparing themselves to someone else's highlight reel at 11:30 in their bed.
All of us watching each other's best moments, all of us feeling like we're the only one not winning. All of us curating the parts that look like progress. All of us scared to post a Tuesday at 11:30. Put the phone on the other side of the room tonight. Lay in the dark without the scroll, without the comparison light. First few minutes felt strange, felt like missing something loud. Then it just felt like dark, like quiet, like a cloud lifting slightly, just enough to breathe, just enough to remember what I thought about before the feed. Told someone I was burning out last month. They said, yeah, me too, it's been a mad one. And then they moved on, and I let them.
It's not the kind of tired that a good night's sleep resolves. Not the kind that a weekend off with some nice food dissolves. It's deeper than that, bone level, runs in a different vein. The kind of tired that's been building since before you could name what it was. The kind that looks like fine from the outside looking in. The kind you perform your way through, put the face on, begin the day again like the last one. Like the one before that one, just one more push, just one more week, just till this project's done. Tried to name it once a word, tried to say I'm not okay. Someone said, yeah, it's been a lot for everyone lately. Hey, at least you're not as swamped as Jamie. Jamie's got it worse. And I nodded and smiled and swallowed it back. And that was the first time I understood that burnout isn't taken seriously here. That the correct response to I'm not coping is to compare yourself to someone managing less well and feel grateful for that. And get back to the work, get back to the meeting just like that. Nobody asks if you're really alright. Nobody checks if you made it through the night with something left in you or something still intact. Nobody asks to follow up, nobody circles back. Nobody asks what you mean when you say you're fine. Nobody sits with you long enough to read between the lines. Burnout wears a suit and shows up every day on time. Nobody asks, cause nobody wants to find. Yeah. Productivity culture doesn't have a protocol for this. For the person doing everything right, who's quietly in the abyss, who's hitting every target, who's on every call, who delivers, who looks completely fine from the outside but quietly shivers every Sunday night before the week begins again. Every Monday morning in the car before they go in. 5 minutes in the car park just to find a face, just to locate the person. No need to be in that space for 8 or 9 or 10 hours, and then home and then try to decompress in 2 hours before bed, before the cycle starts again. Sustainable by all external measure. No one sees the car park 5 minutes. No one takes the temperature of what it actually costs, of what the showing up requires, of what's being burned as fuel to keep the whole thing from the fires, of underperforming, of not being enough. Nobody asks the cost because the output looks like stuff. That's working, that's fine, that's on track, that's ahead. Nobody asks about the 5 minutes in the car. Instead, they ask, can you take on a bit more? You seem to handle things so well. And I say yes, I always say yes, and I go back to the well. Nobody asks if you're really alright. Nobody checks if you made it through the night with something left in you or something still intact. Nobody asks to follow up, nobody circles back. Nobody asks what you mean when you say you're fine. Nobody sits with you long enough to read between the lines. Burnout wears a suit and shows up every day on time. Nobody asks because nobody wants to fight. Because if they find it, they have to do something about it. And doing something about it means acknowledging the system's asking too much. And acknowledging the system's asking too much means changing the system. And no one wants to change the system. The system works for the system. So we keep asking, how are you? Without waiting for the answer. Keep saying, yeah, me too. And moving on. Keep burning through people like there are renewable resources. Keep being surprised when they finally stop. Nobody asks, so I stopped saying it, stopped offering the real. Learn to translate I'm not okay to something they could deal with more easily, more comfortably, more quickly, in the flow of a working day that doesn't have the room for what I know is true. Just learn to keep it in the car park. 5 minutes, then going.
That worked his whole life.
So I could have more options.
I have more options.
And I'm using them to work my whole life. I don't know what to do with that. He worked the factory shifts, clocked in before the sun came up, clocked out when it went down, came home and filled his cup with whatever got him through to the next morning's alarm. Didn't talk about it much, that wasn't part of the charm of the generation that just got on with it. Didn't complain, didn't ask if the work had meaning, didn't ask if the pain was worth it in the deeper sense. Just knew it paid the bills, just knew it put the food there, just knew it covered the ills of not having enough, of the specific fear at that. And he did it. So I'd have the choices that he lacked, the education, the options, the chance to choose my lane. And I'm grateful, I'm genuinely grateful. But it's strange because I chose a lane that looks more chosen, looks more like a life that I picked because I wanted it, not just to survive. And yet here I am doing it the same way, just as much. Clocked in before the sun most days, clocked out and lost touch.
It's a loop, different clothes, same song. Different century, different job title, but I wonder all along if the finish line I'm running to is one that I believe in, or if I just inherited the running without ever really seeing what I'm running for. What the point is, what I'll find when I get to where I'm going, if the going's all I got in mind. Dad worked so hard, I'm more than he had, I have more than he had. It's a loop, and I don't know if more is making me glad.
The generation before mine worked for security. The generation before that worked to survive. That was the purity, the purpose, clear as it gets. Keep the family alive. My generation works because we learned it's how you thrive. But thrive means different things to different people's marketing. The self-help and the hustle and the startup and the targeting of demographics built on fear. Demographics built on lack, the fear of not being enough, the fear of falling back into the security my parents worked to give me in the first place. The security I'm sacrificing to get to some first place. Finish line I can't describe, some version of success that keeps on moving further when I give it more, give it my best. And the loop just keeps on looping, generation over generation. Different context, different language, same core devastation of a life spent in the service of a point that stays unclear, but running hard enough to stay right where you've always been, right here. What if the point was never at the finish, never at the end? What if the point was in the Tuesday, in the ordinary bend of a regular life, lived at a pace that lets you breathe? What if my dad would have taken that, if someone had told him he could leave? The loop, just leave the loop, just stop the cycle there. What if rest was always the inheritance? What if that was there for the taking all along? What if the thing he worked to give me wasn't options, wasn't choice, was simply permission to be free?
It's a loop, different clothes, same song. Different century, different job title, but I wonder all along, if the finish line I'm running to is one that I believe in, or if I just inherited the running without ever really seeing what I'm running for. What the point is, what I'll find when I get to where I'm going, if the going's all I got in mind. Dad worked so I'd have more than he had, I have more than he had. It's a loop, and I don't know if more is making me glad.
I don't have an answer to this one. Don't know if the loop can be broken, or if I'd know what to do in the break. Don't know if I trust the stillness, or if I just fill it with more loop. Don't know what I'm running toward, and that's the most honest thing I've said.
Maybe the first step is just asking, just saying out loud, I don't know why I'm running. Maybe that's where it starts, just a question. Maybe you don't need the answer to stop.
Still running though, if I'm honest. Still in the loop most days. Still got the alarm set early. Still got the familiar haze of a Tuesday that looks just like Monday. Wednesday looking the same.
Still haven't found the exit.
Still don't know if I take it, if it came. But I'm asking now.
At least I'm asking. That's different from before.